Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, what time you're watching this, and all that other stuff. It's your boy, SaleenDriver, with another episode 142 of Wednesday Afternoon Live, the show about nothing in particular. The longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of, anyway. Let's see. Fix a few things here. We got to click that off. Good. And fix that. Good. Nate the Great is not late. And even before Nate the Great was in here, Mr. Shipes, or as I say, Shippies, was in here saying, too much power for Studebaker driver. No idea what that means, sir. But if anyone is curious, the Shipes timeout account stands at 4. I owe him 4. Plus whatever he earns during this stream, because as I announced before, I'm not doing a lot of timing out on other people's streams, except in appropriate situations. Matt Dumit's here. Good day, sir. And Daniel Berry's Sports Highlights, a name I've not seen before that I can remember anyway. But then again, my memory is failing. So, welcome. P Digits. Einhorn is Finkel. It's 3:00 and P Digits is in here. P Digits usually doesn't show up till like 5 minutes before the show ends. But thank you for coming, sir. I appreciate it. I gotta do one more thing, and then I can. Okay, you have been here before. Okay. Well, as I said, my memory is the memory of an almost 60-year-old. So, it is what it is. P Digits is here because he doesn't teach today. Oh, well, it's summer vacation, isn't it? So I forgot, P Digits. What level do you teach at? I know you told me, but I don't remember. My older daughter, as we all know, teaches first grade. And from what I understand, she's not looking forward to going back because of all the hard work starting over with a new class is. But a healthcare trainer. Okay. I was a computer trainer at one time in a former life. It was one of my many jobs at IBM. Best job I ever had was that IBM job. I wish I had never left. But that is what that is, I mean, I had to leave Georgia, so had to retire from IBM. Now, I regret that ever since. Let's see. What's going on? Let's see. What's going on? Had an eye doctor appointment yesterday. I'm getting some new glasses. Hopefully in time for the Slob softball game so that I can see better. Even though I'm not playing, it would still be nice to be able to see better. They say my eyes are normal. No disease in there. No diabetes related complications. Just I'm an older guy, and the eyeballs begin to fail after a certain point. Let's see. As of right now, which is a week and a half before the Slob softball game, which is Raj and that. That's on the 22nd. I'm still planning on going. Nothing at the moment appears to be impeding it. Oh, except for my neck hurts, but so But nothing so far is looking like it will impede me going to the softball game, which is good because I'm looking forward to the game. Or well, I'm not going to play, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the folks, including some folks I've never met in person before. So looking forward to that. Uh, was looking forward to seeing Tiger Cat there, but it looks like she's not able to attend, and I understand. Um, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Let's see. What did I say? Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. Did you guys read about Dylan? The latest thing about Dylan Mulvaney? Anybody? Baylor Man's here. 45 days till kickoff. Yes, sir. Although a lot of people looking forward to the college football season. I know it's not going to be a lot of fun to watch, but I still have Harvard to fall back on. But anybody heard the latest stupidity out of Mr. And he is a Mr. Mulvaney? I don't care how much he prances around like a 12-year-old girl. He's a guy, and I'm not going to engage in his delusion and use improper pronouns and all that other nonsense. It's a guy. Anybody hear about that? No? Evidently, he is so disturbed and upset about what's going on after the Bud Light fiasco, which, by the way, has dropped out of the top 10 most popular beers in America. It's now, I think, 14th or 15th. And Anheuser-Busch continues to hemorrhage money because of it. But no, he's fucked off to Peru, of all places. Yeah, he jumped on an airplane and fucked off to Peru. He wants to, he's conversing with a shaman, and he's cavorting with llamas, according to the article I read on the Daily Wire, which is an excellent news source, by the way, if you're tired of hearing crap from the Marxist mainstream media. I have several news sources I like. Daily Wire is among the top ones that I enjoy reading and viewing. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute, Matt. I saw that. But yeah, if I were the llama population in Peru, I'd be nervous. If I were a llama farmer in Peru right now, I would make sure that I was keeping a careful eye on my flock. Or herd. Is it a herd of llama? Is it a flock of llama? I'm not really sure. A group of llama, for all I know. And Matt does point out another interesting piece of news. I don't know if you all remember who Larry Nassar is. He is the former coach. I think it was it Michigan or Michigan State? I don't remember. I think it was Michigan State, wasn't it? Anyway, it was the gymnast coach who sexually abused all those girl gymnasts and ruined their lives. And he's actually down here. I don't know how he ended up in a prison in Florida, but he is in a prison down here in Florida. And he was stabbed multiple times in prison. I think it was like 9 times, including the chest and the neck. And somehow that miserable, horrible, nobody I can think of deserves to die more than him, son of a bitch, survived the attack. Michigan State. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, he survived. He's still alive. That's a shame. That's a shame that he's still alive. It's a shame that he lived this long in prison. I hope the next one that decides to make the attempt on his life does a better job. Because those gymnasts certainly deserve justice. And justice is not that guy sitting in prison for the rest of his life, eating 3 meals a day with a bed and access to TV and keeps breathing the same air that we breathe. He doesn't deserve to live. He needs to go. I know people, there are a lot of reports about, people shouldn't be wishing him dead. And, they're throwing out the old quote, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And that's all well and good if those people want to believe that. But I will believe what I want to believe. What I want to believe is there's justice in this world. And justice begins with Larry Nassar. Larry Nassar, pardon me. Justice begins for Larry Nassar when he assumes room temperature and then goes straight to the 15th level of hell. And he can live out the rest of eternity down there with Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy and Charles Manson. That's where he belongs. But hey, that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel and nothing better to do on Wednesday than talk to you guys for a couple hours. I have a cut. Didn't even notice that till, pardon me, just now. What else is going on out in the world? Oh, yeah. There was an interesting question I heard posed on a radio talk show earlier today. It would seem that the Puddinhead administration, that's my nickname for our illegitimately selected president, it seems that Puddinhead is going to authorize selling cluster munitions to Ukrainians in order to further our involvement in a war we don't need to be involved in. Now, for those of you who don't know what a cluster munition is, it's basically a large bomb that is launched at an enemy, and at a certain altitude above the ground, the main casing pops open and spreads out a bunch of other little what they call bomblets. I don't know exactly how big they are. I think they're probably the size of like golf balls or baseballs, and they just scatter all over the place, and they rain down on soft targets and blow them up. These have the added bonus of sometimes not going off. I think their dud rate is like 2.4, 2.5% for the good stuff that we have. The dud rate is about 2%. The bad stuff we have, the dud rate's about 4%. And they can kill civilians, non-combatants when they go off. And then some of the ones that are duds, they lie around on the ground, and they go off sometime later when somebody finds one and picks it up. I remember, and I was shown a video of an older press conference when that redhead circleback Jen Psaki was the press secretary. She was doing the thing before the current mop-headed pixie is doing it. And she said in response to a question about, I think the Russians were using cluster munitions, that it's a war crime, or it's like a war crime to do that. So if Jen Psaki says use of cluster munitions is a war crime, then if we circle back, see how I did there? Doesn't that make Joe Biden a war criminal for authorizing the use of cluster munitions in our name? In addition to all the other crimes he's guilty of, now he's a war criminal. I expect any minute now the YouTube overlords will shut the stream down because I'm speaking too much truth. But we'll see. Anyway, that's all the news I could think of. Just we're not being very well attended today. There's not a lot of people in here and not a lot of people commenting, so I guess I'm boring people to death. What do you guys want to talk about? Pick a subject, any subject. Old Jay hasn't piped in since he posted that pre-start comment. I don't know what he's doing. Yes, love my Coke Zero. I don't think Lou or Battle Angel or I don't even think Hufferbilly Paw. I think they're still in Cherokee, so I don't think they'll be attending. Lou is probably at the blackjack table, knocking him dead. Raking in that cash. I don't know. I got too many other things to do with my money right now. I got to remodel a bathroom that's over here. It needs some work. So that's next on my list to do. I think I'm going to wait till after hurricane season to do it, though. Hate to remodel something on your house and then have a storm come through and knock the whole house down. But I hope not. I think we're supposed to have a lighter hurricane season this year than we did last year here in Florida. But I say that, and we had two tropical systems pop up in the month of June, which almost never happens. They never came close to the United States, but usually Atlantic storms don't start populating the Atlantic in June. They usually wait till August. And definitely September. September is always the hard month for hurricane season. Yeah, Matt's doing the whole thing. He's doing the floor, the toilet, the bathtub. I'm hoping to get away with just converting my bathtub shower into a walk-in shower and leaving it at that. I might have to redo the floor. I really don't want to do I really don't want to gut the whole thing, but I'll see what my contractor has to say about it. He might just give me a couple of different options, bath, convert the shower, the tub shower to a walk-in, convert it plus floor, and then knock everything out and start all over again. Unfortunately, I can't. I'd like to rearrange the layout of the thing, but I don't think that's physically possible. Maybe if I have to tear the floor up, they can do it, but Oh, Mr. Sanchez is here. No, Jay is not my contractor. I wouldn't let Jay into my house. I mean, Jay worries me. I don't know if I want to let him in the house or not. Then again, I don't know if I want to let you in my house there, Mr. Sanchez. You might do something weird. I don't know. Truth be told, I don't let a lot of people into my house. It's my house. I don't have to let you in. But that's just me. Yeah, but I gotta get on the bathroom thing. I guess I don't know when to get the contractor over here to do an estimate. I mean, if I did it tomorrow, I'm not going to be doing anything until October at least. But yeah, it's got to get done. I've been putting it off too long, and it's beginning to get it's past due. I got to go ahead and do it. Are you, Matt? Are you changing the layout of the thing, or are you just changing out fixtures and putting them in the same place? I don't know. I don't think that I can change the layout of the place. I mean, it's not a big space. I mean, and with the orientation of the door kind of limits things. Although I guess if I switch the door around, I don't know. Watch 6-2 is here. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, Matt, he's putting them in the same place. Yeah, I guess I kind of got. I mean, bathrooms are generally small spaces, and once they're laid out in a certain way, you really can't change them very much. Not without changing the layout of the plumbing and everything, which usually doesn't work well. Yeah. Oh, well. Well, if I leave everything in the same place, it means I can probably get away with just redoing the floor in the shower. Leave everything else alone. Of course, if I change colors, then I'll have to change the fixtures too. Too many decisions. Too many decisions. Not looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't know where VicTube is or Slim, Hoagie. Nobody here. BVD. Pete? Is Pete still streaming? Maybe Pete's still streaming. Maybe that's the problem. Pete's a popular guy. Ugh. I'll keep going a little longer, see what happens. What else can I what's can I talk about? Hey, when I no, Pete got off at 1. Okay, well, that's all right. When I'm in the car next Friday heading up to Athens. God, I can't believe I said that. Should I stream part of the journey just for the hell of it, or should I just keep my eye on the road? I don't know. Can't believe I'm going to end up in Athens, for God's sake. That's crazy. Ugh. I'm going to end up in fucking Athens. I never thought I'd go to Athens. I really didn't. It should be a good time. I just hope I can find a ball field. I know that's in a different town. It was Statham or something like that. Statham. Fuck it, I don't know. Some damn thing. What about any of you guys? Any of you guys going to the softball game? I think Nate is. I don't even think Nate's still on here. Sanchez is going to pray for me. Thank you. Pardon me. I think I'll be all right. I mean, the only thing that gives me away as a Gator is the license plate on the back of my car. But I wasn't planning on wearing anything, any Florida Gator clothes or anything like that. Thank you, Nature Boy. Been sneezing a lot lately. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, Lou on another. I think it was on Pete's stream a few days ago. Lou was floating the idea that if one of the folks on a team doesn't show up or something like that, that he's going to try and get me to play. No, sir, you can't. I am not medically cleared to play softball. I've already been told by my orthopedist, do not play softball. You're not in a condition to do that. And if your back was in shape to do it, which it really isn't, your left elbow is certainly not in any condition to do it, and your left knee is not in any real condition to do it. So I am on the medically ineligible list for both teams. So sorry about that, but it was never my intention to come up there to play the game anyway, and I don't even own a baseball glove. So, Slim Shady Canes is here. What's up, man? Nothing going on here, sir. But I'm going to. I was about to log off because nothing really was going on. But we'll see if Slim wants to, or anybody else. Raj, not. If anybody else wants to come in, you are more than welcome to. The only one and only rule is you have to cam up so I can see that it's you. Pardon me. I think Slim is going to the softball game. I don't remember. Yeah, oh, there's Nate. Hold on, I gotta find my. There it is. There you are. What's up, Nate?
Not much. Just finished make me cheesy eggs, which is scrambled eggs with cheese, like shredded cheese on it. So
You're always eating, sir.
I know.
You must have a tapeworm or something.
I don't know. Probably I don't know.
Well, actually, you should hope you don't have a tapeworm. They're unpleasant to have and even worse to get rid of.
Yeah, I know that because you might eat. I get. I sometimes hear that you can get skinny with a tapeworm. I don't know. I hope I don't have a tapeworm.
We had a dog had a tapeworm. She was not happy, especially when he tried to get it out of the poor dog.
Those are nasty at first. Tapeworms.
Yeah, it really seemed to hurt her coming out, but needed to have it done. So
yeah.
Cheesy eggs, huh?
Yep, that's what I call them with cheese on.
What about grits? You like grits?
I only tried grits once. I'm trying to get it to try them again. I didn't like it the first time, but I'll give them a second chance.
See, grits by themselves are not great.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's here. What's going on, sir? Grits, plain grits are, they're dull. But I mean, the nice thing about grits is you can just throw shit in them and they get better.
Yeah.
Well, some people do sugar, some people do honey, maple syrup. I like maple syrup sometimes, but mostly I like cheesy grits.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Or shrimp and grits.
Ooh.
Never had grits, Matt. Well, if you're up north, you ever had if you ever had cream of wheat,
Yeah, I had that before.
that's similar, sort of. But
But
grits have more texture.
yeah, cream wheat is basically like a soup, but it's sweet. Basically, I don't want to say soup, but like it's kind of that.
Rick Sanchez is a purist.
What
Grits
that
with
means?
salt and butter.
Oh,
That's not bad. I mean, the butter does give it a little extra flavor, and the
this is
salt certainly helps.
this is why I made cheesy eggs.
Yep. Brad Pitt likes jalapeno cheddar cheese grits. That sounds good. Yeah, Matt says he's tried cream of wheat. Well, grits are better than cream of wheat. At least I think so, and I've had both. So one thing I could never eat very well is oatmeal.
Oatmeal. Wow.
I didn't like it. I don't know why. Didn't like
Even hot oatmeal, like
yeah, I mean I don't know. Is there a different way to eat oatmeal other than hot oatmeal? But
yeah,
I mean I've had the instant oatmeal, like you get in the packets.
yeah,
The maple and brown sugar
yep.
flavor isn't
That's my
bad, but
favorite. Yeah,
the texture isn't something I'm particularly fond of. But it's like eating wet potato chips.
yeah, basically. But yeah,
Rick Sanchez likes 50% grits and 50% butter. Why do I get the feeling that Rick Sanchez is a heavy guy? Zona Tucson is here, and he said cream of wheat is good. I guess. God, I haven't had cream. I don't even think they sell cream of wheat down here.
I don't think that they do. This is a North thing. They might. I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? Next time I go to Publix, I'll take a look. That's a lot of butter, Rick. I mean, that's a lot of butter. Jesus.
Wait, what do you say about butter? Like, how many sticks?
He says he prefers his grits 50% grits and 50% butter.
Damn.
It's like that's a lot of butter, man. I mean, damn. Baylor man, hoping Baylor doesn't make me cream of perturbed this season. Battle Angels here. My lady. Good to see you. You still in where the hell are they? Cherokee. Yeah, Cherokee. Still in Cherokee? You want to come into the StreamYard and give us an update on what's going on in the casino? Or are you good? You good in the comment section? Sanchez says, take half a tub of butter. Well, real butter should not be in a tub, sir. Real butter comes in sticks, but never mind. Battling, yeah, she's still in Cherokee, leaving tomorrow. Zona wants to know if I like pub subs. Yeah, I love it. As a matter of fact, I had a pub sub, well, half of one for lunch today. It was an ultimate with extra Swiss cheese, lettuce, salt, pepper, spicy mustard. Delicious. Oh, Bad Angels with her kids. Okay, so she's not coming into the stream yard. Oh, you could bring them in too if you want. I mean, that's fine. Cream of perturbed. Oh boy. Yeah, I love pub subs. And when was it? Night before last, my mom and I got Publix fried chicken. Mm-mm. Delicious.
I'm still here, by the way.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Well, I still want to.
But you're eating.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say that. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yep, Zona, you need to do a Publix sub when you're near a Publix. Yeah, Publix sub will change your life. That's fake news, sir. Publix bread is delicious. Now, Subway bread, on the other hand, like Subway sandwich, flavorless, absolutely no flavor, no texture. I mean, the only two sub places I go to around here are Publix or Jersey Mike's. And that's it. Does my camera look fuzzy? The camera went fuzzy on me.
No, you look fine.
Oh, maybe it's my glasses on. I went to the eye doctor yesterday. My eyes checked out as okay. No diabetic related problems, but I do need a new script. So, hopefully, middle of next week, maybe a little earlier. I'm hoping before I leave for the softball game, I'll have my new glasses.
Get some Harry Potter glasses.
No, they're going to be the same frames as this one, only with a new improved lens. I'm going to ignore Rick. I think that's the key to a successful stream is ignore him. Oh. Well, he redeemed himself slightly here. Not a lot of activity here. I got 16 people online and nobody's saying nothing except Rick criticizing Publix bread, which I should ban him for. I should ban him for life for that.
I just got a.
Well, I have, Zona. I have had a injection in my lumbar spine. For my injection, which was a steroid injection to reduce the problem with one of my discs. First, they numb up the area where they're going to stick the needle in with a very fine gauge needle. You feel that a little bit, but not much. But the needle they used to put the steroid in my back was about a foot long.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and that didn't feel very good.
I bet it didn't.
But it is what it is. It really depends on what they're doing to you more than anything. Yeah, Zona says he's getting a lumbar spine. Yeah. It's not going to be pleasant, Zona, but after, it'll be sore afterwards, but it shouldn't be too traumatic. Hopefully the guy who's doing it knows what the hell they're doing.
Oh, by the way, Saleen, I'm not going to the softball. I thought I was, but I can't.
Oh, well, sorry about that, sir.
It's okay. It's just I might see us softball. Not soft Olympics. If you go,
I don't know what that means. So I don't know what that means.
what I said or Rick said?
No, what Shippy said.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, I hope I can see you at Panama City if you're available to go.
Well, I have a reservation at that Days Inn, so
It looks
I
nice.
plan on going, but we'll see what happens. A lot can happen between now and March.
Yeah, that's why I said if you're available. But
well, so far so good.
Yeah, I'm still thinking what costume I should get. Last year I was a Hooters outfit, so don't question that.
No, I'm not going to Google that, Jay. No, I'm not. No. Because it's going to have something to do with knowing you. It's going to have something to do with gay porn or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
He's not going to do like a
no,
that stuff. Yeah.
You want to Google that stuff, hey, if that's your jam though, if that's what, strokes your fang, God bless you, sir. Yeah, Matt Dumit says that there is a Hooters in Panama City.
Yeah, and
of course there is, sir.
And there's a Hooters right next to the hotel.
Yeah. Hooters started in Florida, for God's sake. Hooters was the first Hooters was in Clearwater, Florida, which is about 60 miles away from me.
So by Tampa, basically.
Clearwater is northwest of Tampa.
Oh, what am I thinking of then?
What did you say?
What's by Tampa, but it's like west, like
St. Petersburg.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, St. Pete, which is turning into a nice place to live lately.
St. Petersburg.
I remember when Sarasota got its Hooters. The old people went batshit crazy about it. They didn't want it. They didn't want it here.
Oh,
they really, really didn't want it here.
Like Vic says, they don't have time for it.
No, they didn't want to see. They thought women running around in tight shorts, and those shorts back then were shorter than they are now. Yeah, that was not a look that they wanted for Sarasota, but fortunately, most of those people died off real quick because they were old.
Oh,
my friend, Unclean Hands is here. Good to see you, sir. Unclean Hands has been killing it with the content lately, but it's not I don't know if anybody in here likes to watch videos of people making fun of Sov Sits and Moors and Karens and Darrens and stupid people like that. But if you like that stuff like I do, go check out Unclean Hands' channel. It is it's a lot of fun. And he also has something, I don't know, this might be for the people who like nature kind of things. He also does something he calls Critter Cam. He's got a camera set up somewhere on his property, and he puts out various kinds of food on a platform or something like that, and you see birds and squirrels, and cats and all kinds of things. It's all fun. So you're just bouncing around today, sir? Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Stopping by here. I do. By the way, that reminds me, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button at some point while you're in here. I got 8. Like to get into double digits again, just for the hell of it. P Digits says Twin Peaks is better than Hooters.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I've heard like you have that it is, but I don't have a Twin Peaks near me. I think the nearest one to me is Orlando, and I'm not going to Orlando for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Unclean Hands. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I have Twin Peaks here.
I've seen pictures of the girls in their
it's
in their
like
uniform.
German style, I think. It's like a German style.
They look like flannel,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Like a lumberjack kind of.
Yeah.
But tight.
Yep.
And yeah, they look good, but I don't know what kind of food they serve. I've never been to one, so I don't know. Now we have another chain in this around here called Kerr's Wing House, which is like Hooters, only the uniforms are black instead of orange and white, and the shorts are a little shorter, and actually the wings are better.
Ooh.
I got to tell you, I'm not a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Hooters, of course, but I'm not a big fan of Hooters wings.
Oh yeah.
They're not very good comparatively, unless you get like the 3 Mile Island sauce.
Ooh.
All the other sauces just taste kind of flat.
Yeah, Buffalo. When I was there, like the buffalo sauce wing, it tastes like a medium or a mild buffalo.
The Kerr's has I like their wings better, and the girls are just as cute. So, but in my area, the best wings around here I found is a place called Joey D's, which is a local chain. They're Chicago style pizzeria, and pizza and pasta and hot dogs, and everything is Chicago style. And their wings their hot sauce is very good.
Have you tried the Detroit style pizza?
I didn't even know there was a Detroit style pizza.
Yeah. So the difference between
never heard of that, Zona. I'm not familiar with that chain.
The difference between Chicago style pizza and Detroit style pizza. Detroit style pizza is basically like how some pizzerias have like cut them in squares and stuff, like when they're made. Actually before they put I think this is how Detroit styles are made. They put garlic sauce on the crust sides, and then it's pretty good.
No. I prefer. I'm not a big pizza fan anymore. I used to love pizza. I used to devour pizza a lot. Many years ago, in fact, while I was still married, that's how long ago it was. We went to a local pizza place here called Valentino's, and out of my mom, my dad, myself, my then wife, and my 2 kids, I was the only one that came down with food poisoning. So I guess I got a bad piece of sausage or something.
Yeah.
But ever since then, I haven't really been able to eat pizza very well. Occasionally, I can eat pizza and enjoy it, but pizza's a turnoff for me now.
Yeah.
Except, ironically, except for, and y'all are going to laugh at this, Stouffer's French bread pizza.
I mean,
I really like Stouffer's French bread pizza. I
Like-
can't explain why. I just do.
like the ones you get at the store, or the
Yeah.
Oh.
P Digits disagrees with you. They that would be pour, P-O-U-R, served, not P-O-O-R. Shippies, where's your thing here? There it is. The way y'all objectify chicken is disgusting. There is more to chicken than breasts and wings. J. Oh. One day I'm going to do a paper on how Jay Shippey's mind works.
So based on mind reader, kind of.
I miss the rectangular pizza from school. Yeah, I do too. Believe it or not, it was pretty good.
Yeah, my high school sucks.
Matt Dumit is with me on the French bread pizza. As a matter of fact, next time I go to Publix, I'm buying French bread pizza.
I mean, none of my high school sucks. It just the lunch out there was awful.
And believe it or not, I actually like. Until recently, I liked Domino's pizza. I thought, if you picked right, Domino's pizza wasn't bad. Of course, I got used to Domino's back from when I went to UF.
Oh, you went to UF? Wow.
Of course, I went to UF.
I didn't know that.
I got 3 degrees from UF, for God's sake.
I didn't know that. Well, congrats.
Thank you. Even though I've been a fan of the Gators since 1975, but yes, I went to I only applied to 3 schools when I applied to colleges. I only applied to 3. I applied to University of South Florida, Florida State, only because I needed a backup just in case the first 2 failed, and Florida. I got into USF. I toured the campus, and not only did I not like it, but my father didn't like it either. And I got into UF, and I said, hell yes. And I don't even know if I heard from Florida State. My mom says she got a letter saying I got in, but I never saw the letter. And yes, I know my younger daughter went to USF. USF now versus USF back then is completely different school. They've had so much money and improvements poured into that campus that they're not the same school anymore.
Didn't USF have a decent? I won't say decent. Like
Hoagie's here. How you doing, Hoagie?
Didn't USF have a good football team back then when they went up to Division I? I think. I don't know.
Well, USF Division I football is only about 15 years old.
Why not? I mean, when they used to be good. I mean, once good. Yeah.
Big Tube's here.
Oh shit! My arch nemesis.
I'll lighten up.
I'm just joking.
There's the link, Vic Tube, if you want to come in. Yeah, I never considered going to Florida State. I only threw the application out there. Yeah, I can't even remember why I did. I just did. But I told my parents, if I only get into FSU and not the other 2, I'm taking a gap year and taking a gap semester and trying again, because I really didn't want to go to Tallahassee. Tallahassee, I mean, objectively, Tallahassee is a shithole. It is an ugly city in a part of Florida that I really don't want to hang out in. And to live there for 4 years, I think would have driven me insane.
What's more disgusting, or not disgusting? What's more of a shithole, Jacksonville or Tallahassee?
Tallahassee.
Oh,
I mean, Jacksonville isn't exactly the garden spot of Florida, and it's probably one of the most corrupt cities in the Southeast.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad place to live in and of itself. It's laid out pretty well. It's not a bad looking city, especially in the last 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Do you have your own football team?
but I wouldn't want to live there compared to where I live now. I like where I live now a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zona said he was in Tallahassee once, and his brother lived in Jacksonville. If somebody said you have to either live in Tallahassee or Jacksonville, that's not even a choice. I'm gonna live in Jacks. I wouldn't go within 10 miles of Tallahassee unless it was to drive through the place.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you've been out of Florida before, like for just for a trip, like but do you in the future would you? I don't know if you are more active than traveling, but would you go to Colorado to see the scenery or any mountain states?
I've been to mountain states before. I mean, over here in this part of the country, Tennessee and North Carolina mostly. I like the mountains. It's nice up there. I wouldn't want to live there because snow, but I've heard Colorado is beautiful. I have no objection to going to visit Colorado. I probably wouldn't stay very long because Colorado has a reputation of being a nut state.
And
marijuana. But yeah, I go to visit. I mean, I don't ski, and I'm not going to start skiing at this stage of my life now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's plenty of other things to do in Colorado besides strap on 2 pieces of wood to your feet and fling yourself down a mountain.
There's hiking. Well, just
yeah. I can hike.
Yeah.
There's VicTube.
Yep, here I am.
Shit.
And Doomit says he's been to Orlando once, or at least once. Looking forward to seeing PCB. I've been to PCB a couple of times for spring break back in my youth. I don't remember the layout of the place, obviously, because it's been a long time. But PCB is a nice place. I think everyone here who's never been is going to enjoy it. I mean, speaking of that, people have asked me, and I should probably address this. Are you eating something, Vic?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. So is Nate.
Yes. Anyway, yes. The reason why I'm on here so late, yes, because I was going to have some things fixed on my van, like to have the ramp fixed, or like the sort of like the automatic switch for pulling the ramp up and down. Well, it
That
works
would be helpful.
so it works for making it go up, but it won't go down by itself. We have to pull it up. Yeah, so the door doesn't open automatically either. So we were trying to get that fixed. Apparently, we had to fix the door to fix the ramp. So it's going to be like $1,400 and something dollars to fix it. So I already paid them half down, but they were not able to solve the problem. It was only supposed to take 2 hours. They ended up working on it for 4 hours. Yeah, and then the manager, um, my mom, my mom got mad because we wouldn't, pay them the other $700 that we said that, no, we're gonna pay you when
No,
you
you don't pay them because they
get
didn't fix it.
fixed. Yeah. So
It's like
anyway, so yeah,
you got $700 and you didn't do the job. You ain't
so
getting the
he
rest. Fuck
did.
you.
So yeah, he did. My mom, m- m- my mom relent and agree. But yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that's what happened to me.
No,
Today.
it's all right.
Yes,
You're
that's
here. That's cool.
what happened
Um,
today, and I'm
but
really
I wanted to address one thing real quick. I know that we did kind of a quote unquote bidding thing to get the Slob Olympics before it was decided to go to PCB. And people wondered why I didn't put in like a quote unquote bid for, where I live. Um, and it was mostly because I didn't think that it's not really a place that's going to be conducive to having, it's not a party town per se. I didn't think that. I thought that people would be bored by the place, quite
yeah.
frankly.
It's a retirement community.
I'll shut up. It's not. And everyone is saying no. People didn't want people. Saleen didn't want all these slobs in his town and everything like that. No, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
There you go. You didn't want us to be you didn't want us disturbing the peace.
That's right. Especially you, Vic. You're such a party animal. Never mind. Hoagie wants to know if we're all ready to start watching football. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready to watch some
we are.
football. I mean,
Of course we are.
I've got no sports to watch except for NASCAR right now. So yeah, I'm ready for some football.
NASCAR. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like NASCAR. Leave
Okay.
me alone.
If you hear that man's voice, that's my guitar. Don't.
Huh? What?
Nothing.
I think the only time that NASCAR is exciting is when there's a wreck.
Yeah, that's what that. Would you read that off a bumper sticker, Vic? I mean, come
No,
on.
no.
The Traveling Fools is here. The man with the pretty wife, and I'm still wondering how the hell he did that. What do you mean? What team do I follow? What team in college football, or what team on the NASCAR circuit?
Yeah, I guess on NASCAR, I guess.
I don't know. Let him clarify.
We already know what your college football team is, so I mean,
Yeah, Hoagie. I thought the race in Chicago went off pretty well. I mean, it was kind of a shock who won that race, and I thought the fact that no drivers got shot by the criminal element there was a bonus.
right. So I guess it's is it Kyle Busch?
Yes, Kyle Busch is the driver. Is my favorite driver. Yes. And did you know? I just read this today. Kyle Busch has won 3 times this year with a new team. He changed teams last year, and he has the highest average finish of all the drivers on running NASCAR right now.
Really,
His
who's
average finish is 4.7. Basically, his average finish is 5th. The second place guy's average finish is 7th. So pretty good, NASCAR's point system rewards consistency as much as
yeah?
anything
So
else.
even the best driver right now only averages 5th place.
Yeah. Well, if you take all his finishes across 20 odd races, yeah, you know. But that shows that there's, unlike, say, Formula One, where only one driver wins the race, or IndyCar, where it's like, two teams have a chance and nobody else does. In NASCAR, who knows what the hell is going to happen. Look at the Chicago race. A guy who'd never run a Sprint Cup race before won the race. It was his first Sprint Cup race, and he won in his first Sprint Cup race.
Cool. Yeah. So who does Kyle Busch race for now?
Hang on. Yeah, well, the rain is there. I thought they should run in the rain because it's a street course, and yeah, I know about the knuckleheads. You got knuckleheads in every sport, so it was bound to happen. I'm sorry. What was the question?
I was asking who does Kyle?
Oh, Kyle Busch, for most of his career, ran for Joe Gibbs Racing. But this year he switched to Richard Childress Racing. So he's racing in a Chevy for the first time since forever.
Yeah. So
2008.
who is his sponsor?
He has multiple sponsors. His two main sponsors are something called Three Chai, which I'm not sure what that is, and Cheddar's Restaurants. He's got a few other sponsors. I mean, for most of his NASCAR career, was sponsored by M&M Mars. He got the nickname the Candy Man because most of his race sponsors were M&M, Snickers, Skittles, Mars bars, all that stuff. Ooh, now I want a Mars bar.
I think I've seen the M&M car before. Yeah, it sounds.
I got a whole collection of them in this room over here. I did a video of that, a few months ago. I did a state of the diecast collection video. But I bet you didn't watch it like you're supposed to.
No, I didn't.
No, you don't watch any of my videos, do you?
Okay, sorry. Well, not really about NASCAR, but yeah.
You watch any of my watch videos?
No.
You watch any of my car videos?
Sometimes.
You watch any of my rant videos?
Yeah. I think I've watched all of your rant videos. Yeah.
How about the walking and talking videos?
Yeah, I watch all of those too. Yeah.
How about the well, obviously you watch most of my streams. You're usually on here, so
yeah.
Okay. Yes, Hoagie is correct. Kyle Busch was with Hendricks as his when he first broke into the big series in 2003. He was with Hendricks Racing, and he was actually replaced in 2007. At the end of 2007, he was let go by Hendricks and replaced with, who's going to guess? Hoagie will probably get it, but anybody want to make a guess as to who he was replaced with in Hendricks? I'll give you a hint. He won most popular race driver like forever, every year, until he retired a couple of years ago. No, not Mark Martin. No, sorry. Come on, this is a gimme.
All right. Was it Dale Earnhardt?
Dale Earnhardt Jr., yes.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr., yeah.
Yep. He got the number 8 car. Or was it the 88 car? Yeah, 88 car. So Kyle Busch was in the 5 car for the first few years of his career. With his primary was Kellogg's, and he moved over to Joe Gibbs Racing from like 2008 until 2022. And his primary was in the 18 car. His primary sponsor was M&M Mars. And he won 2 championships in 15 and 19. And then, due to M&M Mars leaving the sport and nepotism, Kyle Busch, for some perverse reason, was let go by JGR, even though he's the best driver in the history of NASCAR, and that's not even arguable. And Richard Childress picked him up. And that's ironic a little bit because Richard Childress and Kyle Busch got into a fist fight many years earlier, which Kyle Busch actually knocked him down. But anyway,
Yeah. So my ear is still stopped up from. Well, I went to the I went to the pool on Monday, and I got wa- water in my ear. Yeah, in my left ear, and now it's like still stopped up. Yeah, so if anybody has any suggestions, I mean, I've tried sucking it out with a straw. Yeah, I tried sleeping on my left side, which I don't like to do. I sleep on my right side. And I tried using yeah, and then we tried using like some like eardrops, which are supposed to, for to break up my mom relax, but yeah, that didn't work either. I mean, I mean, I'm
Well, I think
yeah,
you have,
lately I've been having a lot of problems with my left ear getting stopped up, but it usually goes away. I've never had it be this
I think
bad
you,
for
I
this
think,
long.
I think he
Okay.
has I think he has swimmer's ear there too.
if it keeps up too much longer, Vic, you might want to get that looked at by
Well,
an
I
ear,
mean,
ear nose, and throat guy.
right. Well, I mean, I've tried to call my primary care
Yeah.
doctor about it. I called them this morning, but they haven't called to test them for any suggestions. But I mean, they haven't um called called me back, so I guess they'll call me back tomorrow. But
Um, well, I'm a little biased on this Hoagie, but I would rank Kyle Busch as either. Well, you can't ignore Jimmy Johnson winning 7 championships, and you can't ignore Jeff Gordon's 4 championships. But I would put Kyle Busch right in there with those 3, because only 2 championships, but he also is the winningest driver in NASCAR history across all 3 of the major series. Tony Stewart's got to be behind Kyle Busch. Kurt Busch behind Tony Stewart. Carl Edwards behind Kurt Busch, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. last. And Earnhardt Jr. was popular with the fans. Obviously, the fans love him, but didn't have a lot of wins in the big series. No championships. He was a very good driver. He was certainly not his father. But I wouldn't. I would rank him, of those drivers you listed, I would rank him last in that group. But you got to give it to Jimmy Johnson just for the 7 championships. But Kyle Busch should catch his win total sometime in his career.
mhm. Yeah, Rick says that I should try putting a hair dryer on.
No, don't do that.
No, don't do that. No. Uh, I would disagree with this list in one point, because Kurt Busch has a NASCAR championship, to his credit, Dale Earnhardt Jr. does not. So that's why Earnhardt Jr. is below Carl Edwards and Kurt Busch is above Carl Edwards. I mean, championships mean something. And Junior doesn't have one.
All right, so Saleen, so do you have any ideas about how I can get my ear cleared up?
No. The only idea I have for clearing up the ear, and it unfortunately involves, it was the old trick that I learned when I was a kid, which is basically tilt your head to the side and hop up and down on one foot until you kind of jar it loose, which you can't do.
You can't hop up and down on one foot. So
well, that's why I wasn't going to say anything about it, because that's the only method I know.
Okay, yeah. So what?
Now my sister had a similar problem to what you have, where one of her ears wouldn't drain properly.
Yes. Yeah.
And my grandpa, my mom's dad, grandpa, as opposed to my dad's dad, who was Papa. My grandpa was an otolaryngologist, ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Uh-huh.
He put a tube in her ear to facilitate draining. And I remember that because I was told by my parents very sternly, if you're in the pool with your sister and you splash her in the face, you're going to get grounded for a month. And because getting water in that drain tube was a bad thing. She had to wear a bathing cap all the time.
Right.
She looked even stupider than she was.
All right. So did you splash her, or?
Yes.
You did. Okay.
Yes, I did. And I got grounded for a month.
Right. So he did what he said he would do. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't like my sister.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And you still don't. So.
Yeah, I understand, Hoagie, about Kurt Busch's off-track antics, but that has nothing to do with wins and losses. That has everything to do with the fact that Kurt Busch was highly competitive and didn't like to lose, just like his father and just like his younger brother. And Rick Sanchez, I think filling his ear canal with rice is probably not going to work either.
Yeah, I already tried using like a straw, but all it did was suck air. So
yeah, and Albert Sanchez here. Good to see you, sir. Serious talk, Vic. I would get to a doctor and have them look at that and probably refer you to somebody who will. You may have to have a tube put in your ear to facilitate drainage.
Yeah, so it's just the left one is a problem. I mean, the right one is fine.
Well, my sister only had, I forgot which side it was, but it was only one of her ears wouldn't drain properly.
Yeah, well, it's only
maybe the tube got in there and drained out her sanity too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's only been recently. Like it's only been like this summer that I've been having a problem with this. So I mean, using my palm as suction. Well, I mean, I've tried using my finger as suction. I mean, usually this helps would be to stick my finger in my ear and then pull it out really fast to like create some suction. But I mean, there's no suction when I try to do that. So.
Well, I think it might be time to bring in a professional.
Does your left ear hurt? That's my question.
No, not really.
Okay. Do you have
How dare someone interrupt my stream?
I think he has Edward's phone.
Edward's a trip, man. Yeah, I was on there on I was on lunch. I think it was Lunch Money, actually.
I hear you.
And he tried to trash talk Florida. It's like,
why?
I mean, it was a good effort. I mean, it's like, nothing I hadn't heard before, but
Yeah, his trash talking, it's all right.
it's all right. I mean, but then again, I mean, after a while, you become and like Lou and BVD and are two of the best trash talkers I've heard. Others are really good too. Brett's good. Slim's good. There's others in here that are good trash talkers, but
I'm sometimes
they all suffer from repetition syndrome. I mean, there's only so many things you can say, and then you just start repeating yourself, and whatever. Traveling Fools. I don't think a plunger would do a good job, other than probably hurt his ear.
I would need a tiny plunger.
And this is bad advice all around, Shippies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's just bad advice. One should not use power tools around one's ear. Just saying. Not the best idea in the world, no. What are you doing, sir?
Who, me?
Yeah, well, your mic's open and Nate's isn't. Battle Angel, the smacking is coming from VicTube.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's not me.
He's eating something, or he was eating something, and Nate was eating something, but he turned his mic off.
Yeah.
Though it's been
right.
about an hour since he ate something, so I suspect he'll be eating something again shortly.
Yeah, I got Chick-fil-A on the way home.
Oh shit!
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A. I had a pub sub earlier. Pardon me. And I know I'm having a Cuban sandwich for dinner, so I haven't been eating dinner very well lately. Usually I'm okay for eating lunch, but I think my digestive system is slowed down on the new medications.
Yeah, it must be the Ozempic, right?
Yeah, because I mean, like last night, I made my mom and me cheeseburgers, and they weren't terribly big. I think I ate about a third of it, and then I tapped out. I just couldn't finish it.
Well, I mean, that's normally about what I eat, so.
Yeah, but I used to be a lot heavy. I mean, some people are going to see me at Slob softball game, and they're going to think I'm really sick or something.
It wasn't.
I think last time Battle Angel saw me was here in Sarasota. She would say that I was probably a little heavy. I think she won't say that this time.
Well, yeah. So, what does your mom think? Does she think you look too thin, or?
Well, she says she doesn't think I'm too thin, but she says that you definitely see where I've lost weight. My daughter, who doesn't see me very often, every time she sees me now, I look thinner to her, and she's a little worried about that. I'm just worried about the fact that, the past 3 nights I've woken up at like 4 a.m. with a nausea attack. And so that's not a lot of fun. So
I actually kind of the same thing what you said, Saleen, without the nausea effect, whatever it's called. I get up like in 4 a.m. for some reason, and go back to bed at like, I don't know.
No, I did go to fat camp, TF. I'm looking to lose weight and make myself look better so I can try and steal your pretty wife away from you.
Damn.
Wouldn't happen. Well, BA, I was heavier then. I was probably about 10 pounds heavier or so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to compete with Hasselhoff, but yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, I was. I don't know if you've seen the the SpongeBob movie, Nate. Yeah, where like
Oh yeah,
David Hasselhoff comes in. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think he was on what that
Peter just
show called
Peter just has a good theory.
Baywatch, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was on that show called Baywatch, right? And
Yeah.
that's what Fools was for the Slob Olympics. So.
Damn.
Yeah, Peter just has a good theory on what's going on with you, Vic. That might be, that's possible.
Yes, I've already thought that. Like I said, I've tried, these like, eardrops that my dad uses to kind of, bust up earwax. We tried it last night, but it didn't really help. I don't know. Maybe I need to try
Well,
it.
hopefully you get that solved fairly soon. You don't want that water to turn septic or start an infection in there. Then you're really going to be unhappy. An inner ear infection is no fun.
It's not. No. Hey,
It'll screw your balance up too, pretty good.
hey, Vic, do you know what a swimmer's ear is?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got classic swimmer's ear. He just needs to be able to figure out how to cure it. So
Yeah.
So hopefully, my doctor or the nurse will call me back tomorrow and tell me what I need to do. But
have you tried hydrogen peroxide?
yep, tried that too.
No. Sounds like you've tried everything that you can do over the counter and in your home. So it may be it's probably time for something a little bit more specialized and drastic. Not necessarily in that order.
So what was that?
I'm playing video games, so ignore it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we interrupting your video game?
Keep it down, Nate.
I try. I don't know how to turn it down. That's the thing.
You don't. I don't know how to. I guess you should pick up your remote and turn down the volume. I mean,
Hey, Vic, let me ask a question. You know how some people are putting the StreamYard links in the description nowadays?
yeah.
Think I should do that, or
I don't.
yeah, I'm thinking I know. Anyway, let's see. Traveling Fools wants to know if you tried rubbing alcohol.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Lou's here. He must be taking a break.
That's right. Yeah, he's in Cherokee again.
I think BA's in Cherokee too.
That's right.
Yeah, she already said she was. Well, here we go. You're welcome, Lou. I would never block you from StreamYard, sir.
Yeah.
How do you block someone? I don't
Well,
even know how you do that in
I think
StreamYard.
that you click on their name. Like you can click on the like the like the person's body.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're in here with me, click the dots and you can do ban from studio.
yeah.
I've never done that to anyone.
No, I don't think cutting my ear off will work because I mean it's inside the ear, so I think
Lou says hi, Vic.
yeah yeah.
I think
Hi
cutting
Lou.
the ear off is a little drastic,
Yeah,
sir.
hi Lou.
I don't think the Vincent Van Gogh look for Vic is going to work real well. Besides, he needs someplace to hang his glasses.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Actually, yeah, I had one of those around for the kids when they were kids.
I think we have one of those actually. So
Yeah,
I think
I don't know where my the one we had
I
is.
mean
Anyway.
I
I probably
tried.
threw it away.
I guess I already tried a straw, and that didn't work. So
Yeah, those little bulbous things. Yeah, they can
yeah, we have.
you
Yeah,
squeeze down on that thing and it just
yeah, we
you can
have.
hear the shit working.
Yeah, we have one. I guess I'll try that next. Yeah, when
I
somebody.
think I used it on both girls when they were infants and they got stuffy noses, and obviously a baby can't blow its nose, so you got to go in there and do it for them, and they weren't happy about that.
No, of
If I
course they
remember.
weren't.
Vincent Van Vick.
Yep, there you go.
Except Vic is spelled with just the K, but
Yeah.
that's so you don't get a copyright strike. So Lou, are you winning or are you losing? You winning? You breaking even? What's the story?
Well, I think he's winning. But yeah.
Well, when was that?
Well,
Yesterday?
he was winning yesterday. So.
I suppose if you're there in Cherokee for multiple days and he's winning. Okay. If you're in Cherokee for multiple days gambling, and for me, I just want to, maybe make a little bit of money and get the hell out of there. Uh, Hell, if I got the hotel for free, I'd be happy to break even. But I don't know much about the gambling thing, so I don't know. I don't know. God, I haven't been to a casino in. Well, last time I was in a casino, I was still married, so that would be 2003 or 4, and it was the Hard Rock in Tampa. Uh, it was right after they opened. The place wasn't even finished yet, so they didn't have any tables set up or anything. They just had a lot of those uh, machines, and hell, they didn't even have a restaurant open up yet. They just opened the hotel was open and half the casino was open. All they were machines. So we bought, and then they did everything on the cards. So we bought 2 cards and put $100 each on them. And at the end of the night, I was up $10 and she was down 30. So whatever.
Odds on the slop softball, right? I guess that the spread would be whatever Team Raj won by last year. So I think that should be the
Val
spread
Demings is an
for this
expert
year.
gambler. Oh. So Vandy Dandy is in the chat and immediately goes political. So now Battle Angels on Team Fools and lose on Team Raj.
Yes.
Oh, that should be an interesting dynamic. Yeah, no, never mind. Just leave that alone. Back when I had to make it right. So yes. I don't even know where that came from.
30 dudes meter.
Oh, I said that my wife was down $30 and he's making a gangbang joke.
AL.
Hey, I got her address, Jay. I'll give
Oh,
you her address and you can have at her. I gotta warn you though, she's armed. I don't know how good a shot she is, but she does have a gun. Yep, we lost Vic. He'll come back, I guess.
maybe you got no interest in it. I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder if my sister is armed. Nah. She's a hardcore Marxist. She doesn't like guns. I don't know. It would be information I could use in case I ever have to confront her at some point in my life.
Probably not gonna happen.
Well, it might happen. It might happen after my mom passes away. You know, settling the estate and all that good stuff.
Oh my
That'll be
goodness.
that'll be fun. Hopefully, I can do it via Zoom.
Hmm.
Hopefully, better yet, hopefully she can do it via Zoom and she won't come to Florida.
Or Zoom. Or no, Skype.
Does anyone use Skype anymore?
Some people do, but not many. I think elderly do it.
Wait a minute. Commies love guns? Since when? Oh, yeah. Sanchez is a communist and he likes guns. Okay, so that makes sense. Oh, well, she lives in Maine. Do they like guns in Maine?
Oh my goodness.
I know they like snow shovels, but. Oh.
Dogs are barking like crazy over here.
Well, they smell your cheesy eggs and they're hungry.
Or somebody's here. I don't know. Because I'm playing a video game right now. I'm downstairs and they're upstairs.
You have a basement?
Yep.
Are you in the basement or in the first floor?
Basement.
Is it a finished basement or is it?
It's a finished basement. It's been finished since we got here. Before we got here. So.
See, we can't really have basements in Florida.
Oh, that's right.
Now, some people will if they want a basement in their Florida house, what they have to do is they have to add fill and build their house on top of a artificially made hill, and then dig out the hill and make a basement that way.
The hell?
You can't dig that deep in Florida. You dig down more than about 8 feet, you hit water.
I know. If you want to talk about Nebraska's flat, Florida's pretty flat.
Oh, North Florida's got some pretty good hills. But I don't watch Fox News anymore, Rick. They lost me a while ago.
But you get what I meant, though, right, Saleen?
What?
You get what I meant. But when I saw that, said that, like, some parts of Florida is more kind of like.
Well, North Florida is hilly because it's at the very, very, very tail end of the Appalachian, technically, but not really. But there's a good number of hills in North Florida.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though, right? It's
And Mr. Alib Raoul is here. Hello to you, sir. Haven't seen you here for a few weeks. Thank you for stopping by, if that is indeed your real name.
I actually like that name, Raoul.
Actually, that's a requirement here in especially houses built on the water or near the beach or near the water or something like that. The requirement now is the first level of the house is garage or storage or whatever. It's not living space.
Right.
And then you build the house proper on top of those. It basically they've gone to building houses on stilts on the barrier islands around here. For new construction, they basically build a house on stilts or pilings or columns, and you basically put your cars in there and make a garage and storage, and then the house is technically on the second floor and even the third floor.
Yeah. And like I said,
well, Charlie Kirk is a radio YouTube talk show host. Crowder is basically a commentator and personality, as is Candace Owens. So not really news sources per se. I have other sources for news that do not involve the Marxist mainstream media, and it doesn't involve Fox News. So, but if you don't like them, God bless you. That is perfectly fine. You are certainly entitled to your opinion. It is still a semi-free country. It won't be for much longer, especially if Puddinhead gets reelected. But for now, it's still a semi-free country.
Puddinhead, like
Puddinhead. That's my nickname for Biden.
Oh,
his head's full of pudding.
Oh, there's a Putin. I was like, what?
No, pudding. Puddin apostrophe.
Oh,
Pudding.
Okay, gotcha.
His head's full of tapioca pudding.
Fuck. Yeah, I agree.
And I call his vice president, I either call her Commie Harris or the pole dancer. One or the other.
I mean, she's
or Willie Brown's favorite chew toy.
Yeah, and then don't forget about his press secretary. You call her Mophead Pixie, right?
Yeah, the Mophead Pixie. Yeah. And Pothole Pete, can't forget Pothole Pete.
Yeah. Pothole Pete, is that Pete's brother?
No, that's the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg. Call him Pothole Pete. And don't forget Beta Male Millie, the outgoing chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Beta Male who?
Beta Male Millie.
Millie
Vanilli.
He is I don't know how the hell he made general or made chairman of the Joint Chiefs. He is such a worthless candy ass. I don't know how he got a top secret clearance. I really don't. It's amazing to me. These bureaucrat generals, if they ever saw combat, they'd wet their pants.
Yeah.
Bureaucrat generals don't see combat anymore.
Yeah.
No. It's not a good sign for you. It's not a good sign for your military when the leadership has no idea what combat looks like.
I mean MacArthur or Patton never fought, so
that's true.
No, they saw combat.
Yes, but they didn't fight though.
Not at the end of their careers, they didn't. But
they weren't in
danger. Patton didn't join the army as a general.
They weren't in danger, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
We're at the back.
I don't know. MacArthur looked like he was in danger when he had to leave the Philippines.
Yep.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah,
but most of the high-ranking officers don't see combat anymore, but they saw combat at some point in their careers. Yes, but not Mark Milley.
At some point in their career.
Well, like I said, you don't join the military as a general or an admiral. You have to work your way up through the ranks.
Yes, as you're wondering how this guy ever worked his way up.
Yes, Lou, I know Florida is in danger of a third losing season. And I mean, I can't argue with the statement, really. I mean, they have a shot at 6-6, but it's not as realistic as I would like it to be.
Yeah, I think it looks more
Right.
like 5-7 to me, but
Yeah, so it does to me too. So they're in the danger of a third losing season in a row.
there you go.
Okay, and it's not easy to be a Gator fan right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been saying it for years. Nothing stays the same. The good times don't stay the same. The bad times don't stay the same. Eventually, everything, to quote Jen Psaki, circles back.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Alabama.
Ask Ohio State.
I guess you're
Ask Ohio State. Ask Miami. Ask Michigan. Ask Nebraska. Ask any team that was up at one time in their lives.
Nebraska.
And ask any team that was down one time in their lives.
That was a long time ago, but yeah.
Well, I'm just giving examples of teams that have cycled up and cycled back.
But it's almost relevant. And Nebraska hasn't been relevant since 1995. So
yeah, they should have been relevant. They should not have been relevant in '95, but they allowed criminals to play football. But we're not going to really have something that's 30.
Really, weren't criminals playing football at Florida in 2008?
Nope.
Okay, well I guess they were future criminal.
Future criminal, it does not involve the University of Florida. Once they leave the school, it doesn't involve the school anymore. Although I'm sure that I know there's a documentary coming out in August about the mid-2000s Florida Gators, and I understand it's a hit piece. And I know all you people who hate Florida are just going to be watching that movie with your one hand ready and the other hand full of lube. So, have at it. Is it on Netflix? I don't have Netflix, so I'm not in any danger of watching it.
Yeah. And you still haven't watched the Ford versus Ferrari, or you just watched it?
No, I have that on Blu-ray. Wait a minute, do I? Yeah.
So why have you watched it?
Well,
I don't know. I couldn't give you a good reason. Basic laziness, I guess.
slob behavior.
No good reason.
Yeah, I have Ford versus Ferrari on Blu-ray.
Ford versus Ferrari.
I should pop it in the DVD player and watch it. I really should. I just worry that I'm going to have a problem believing that Matt Damon is Carroll Shelby, because that just doesn't seem right to me at some level.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot if he did or not, but I just watched the movie just for the cars reasons.
Yeah, so now Lou is saying, did a Facebook...
I didn't do a Facebook meme about Millie that I can remember.
He says, Lou says that he was.
Okay. I tend to doubt that, but
I guess maybe in
Braves fan is
Iraq.
Here. I've never seen Braves fan in here.
Yeah.
Hello, Braves fan.
Yeah, I guess maybe
Bulldog Brian is here.
Yeah, maybe in Iraq, but yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I'll look, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. But let me look. Hang on.
Uh-huh.
Click the wrong window. Hang on.
Iraq. Yeah.
Even though I don't trust it completely, we'll try Wikipedia. Mark Milley.
Iraq.
Mark Milley, born 1958. Candy-ass U.S. Army general. I made that up. Serving graduate from Princeton University, earned a commission as an armor officer in 1980, graduated from Columbia. Well, that explains his fascination with CRT. Mistakenly appointed chairman of the Joint Chiefs by Donald Trump. One of his mistakes, unfortunately. Miller's career included 82nd Airborne, 5th Special Forces, 7th Infantry, 2nd Infantry Joint Readiness Training Center, 25th Infantry Division.
Right, but what wars? Right,
I'm looking. 1st Battalion, 506 Infantry in South Korea from 86 to 8, from 96 to 98. Commander of 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division Light from 03 to 05.
Yeah, there you go. That could
No, well, yeah, but where?
be in Iraq.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Battles, wars, Operation Just Cause, Operation Uphold Democracy, Operation Joint Endeavor, Iraq War, Afghan War.
There you go.
Yeah, but was he in theater? Hang on.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he was.
Oh, hang on. Let me see if he was in theater.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. He was the one famous for the conference call with the Chinese general who said that if Trump was going to attack China, he would call his Chinese counterpart and warn him. Lovely. So he's a traitor. Operational deployments. Multinational force in Sinai. Operation Just Cause in Panama. Was that combat or was that mop-up?
What was it?
Democracy was Haiti. Joint Endeavor was Bosnia. Iraqi freedom was Iraq. Enduring freedom was Afghanistan.
So Panama. Yeah. Well, yeah. What were we doing in?
Hang on. Let me see here.
Panama.
United States invasion of Panama. Operation Just Cause.
Invasion of Panama. Why?
Yeah, that was under H.W. Bush in '89.
Panama. Why?
Panama City,
He was
Panama.
trying to kick out Noriega, although it was ostensibly done as a rescue mission for American medical students, but it was really there to knock out Noriega.
Yeah. That there's a mission in Black Ops 2 where you're going to Panama to find
Uphold Freedom was in Haiti, which was to remove a military regime installed by a Haitian coup in 1991.
Yeah, it was in Black Ops 2. Yeah.
And
so
Bosnia was
it was when the war with was it Serbia, right? Right when they were invaded by Serbia, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he saw combat per se, but he was supposedly attached to divisions that were in a combat zone. But okay, maybe he saw some combat, maybe. But given all the crap that he's done since then, he's worthless. Can't wait to see him go.
Just Cause. Okay. Yeah. Rick says because of American imperialism.
Okay. Well,
see
you later, Lou.
As it primarily was
if you're not supporting fake news, then don't go on CNN or PMSDNC.
Right, because I guess it was we went in for a just cause, right? Yeah.
The Noriega thing was it was supposed to. I mean, one of the stories they said was that Noriega was threatening a medical school in Panama that was primarily populated with American students, and that he was going in there to protect the canal, free access to the canal, make sure the students were okay. But also, Noriega was facilitating drug trafficking northward through Panama, and they wanted to get him out and arrest him and bring him back to the United States for trial.
Yeah.
So the Haitian thing was basically to get rid of a military junta who displaced a elected civilian government, which was basically a dictatorship in and of itself. So were those necessary military actions? Probably not, but hey, they were done forever and a day ago, so whatever.
Yeah, it was back in the the 90s, so nobody cares, right?
No,
Or
nobody cares about Bill Clinton's picadillos and law breaking from the 90s. So why should we care about anything else that happened in the 80s and 90s? That's all ancient fucking history. Most of the people in here right now weren't even born back then, or if they were born, they were toddlers. So my God.
Yeah. Right, of course, I am old enough to remember Iraq and Afghanistan.
I mean, when were you born, Vic?
1997.
Well, same as my older daughter.
For Afghanistan, and then Iraq, and then
all that happened before you were even born.
And then Afghanistan again. So.
Yeah, and a lot of what you just said happened while you were alive, but you were a toddler. You were more interested in sucking your thumb than you were about paying attention to world events. So come on.
Yeah.
Well, Bulldog Brian was born in 94. I got calluses older than him.
I was in 2001. Let's go.
I was born in 65, for God's sake.
My dad was born in 67, so he's like 2 years younger than you.
I was, well, depending on which place you read, I was either the last year of baby boomers or the first year of Gen X. I don't know which.
Right. Well,
I lean towards Gen X.
Right. Well, I know that we like to say we like to call you a boomer. So.
Well, technically, I'm not. I don't know if I'm a boomer or a Gen X, but whatever.
Yeah. The boomer side, but yeah. Because
if I'm a boomer, then get the fuck off my lawn. But both my kids are solidly in Gen Z. But at least they're not slackers. Yeah, they're both crazy, but they're not slackers.
Crazy, aren't they all though? Yeah, I mean, women. I mean, but yeah.
Oh, women are all crazy. Triscuits. What is it?
It's
trinkets. Oh, I thought it was Triscuits for some reason. Trinkets and yarn. That's a new one. Well, hello. We had some new people in here. Let's see. Well, Albib was not new, but I haven't seen him in a while. Braves fan was in here briefly. That's new. And now we got trinkets and yarn. Cool.
Trinkets and yarn.
Trinkets and yarn. Well, Well, I've been on for my 2 hours. I'm going to wrap up because I have to leave a little earlier than usual today. I have to go pick up dinner today instead of we're not cooking tonight. We're doing takeaway. So that's my job. But it started slow in here. I was actually just before Slim and Vic showed up. I was about ready to cut the stream off. After half an hour. Yeah, Slim was in here for about a minute.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, Trinket wants to know.
What's for dinner? Cuban sandwiches.
Ooh.
Burlap shoes. No, I don't think anyone here is interested in burlap shoes.
No, I'm
Oh
not.
my God. Anyway, thank you. Thanks to you two for checking in on the StreamYard. Appreciate it.
See you, Saleen. Have a good day.
I'll be around.
Okay. Yeah. Bye, Saleen.
Good luck with your ears, sir.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Yeah. Burlap shoes. Why would anyone put burlap shoes on? That sounds itchy as hell. But hey, some people are into that kind of, self-torture, I guess. Anyway, I want to thank you all for stopping by, hanging out for a couple hours on another edition of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, the SaleenDriver. Once again, proving that this show is about nothing in particular. Shut up, Jay. What a goofball. Anyway, we'll do it all again next week, which will be the last show I get to do before the Slav softball game. So we'll probably talk about that a lot during the show next week. That'll be episode 143. But for now, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for participating. Y'all have a good one. Peace.